now the economy wheels has started moving. And one of the reflection is there will be a major contribution from this large scale manufacturing and overall industrial growth. In this regard, if the prices of milk are going to be increased in Karachi, it will have an impact in all over the country. So there is a need to take an informed decision rather than taking a decision on the basis of their demands, under which all the taxpayers are bound to fill the estimated market value of the real estates. So, on the basis of this review, if this review is completed successfully.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum assalam.
Welcome to All of Your Business. Thank you for joining us. Sir, I'll begin my podcast with the first question, and that is industrial activity has been picked up as the autos and garments drive recovery. Pakistan's large-scale manufacturing grew nearly 9% in July, boosted by strong growth in autos, garments, cement, and petroleum. Is this a good news for Pakistan and good news for Pakistani people who are really auto enthusiasts who want to buy cars? And how do you see this, and what should we expect in the future?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Thank you very much for having me. Actually, Pakistan's economy faced a lot of constraints in last couple of years, and we have witnessed that the large-scale manufacturing faced negative growth in most of the time during the last financial year. But from the last quarter of the financial year to the 24-25, we have seen a turnaround. And then the economy, which were facing stagnation and the most of the cases negative growth, turned into slight positive trajectory. And during the last financial year, we have also seen that the Monetary Policy Committee reduced the policy rate significantly. Although it's now standing at 11%, and from last 2 to 3 months policies, we have seen that there was no major change in policy rate. But now the economy wheels has started moving. And one of the reflection is that this large scale manufacturing has seen positive trajectory in terms of growth in some major sector. For instance, auto sector. Auto sector has witnessed more than 50% growth in July. For instance, cement sector, for instance, garment sector, although their growth is modest to some extent, but it is the sign of recovery. Although we have witnessed devastating floods in recent months, and that has caused damage to our agriculture sector as well as livestock sector. But for achieving the growth of 4.2%, which I think might be revised downward, there will be a major contribution from this large-scale manufacturing and overall industrial growth. So it is a good sign, a good omen for the economic activities for this country. But we have to build upon these gains to materialize, to achieve the real growth trajectory, which is beyond 4% to 5% growth, so that we can reduce poverty and dent unemployment.
Sir, talking about the floods, we all know that there have been devastating floods across the country. And now the dairy farmers in Karachi have demanded a rupees 50 litre increase in the milk prices. And they have also cited the losses, heavy losses in the recent floods. Sir, that means that among other things, milk prices are also going up in all the across all the country?
Actually, yes, they have addressed a press conference citing that there is a dire need to allow them to increase milk prices, unpacked milk prices in Pakistan. And Karachi is the trendsetter in this regard. If the prices of milk are going to be increased in Karachi, it will have an impact in all over the country. And they are arguing that the livestock sector, they have faced a lot of problems because of this devastating floods. The input cost has gone up, and because of this, they are demanding that they should be allowed to increase the prices. But I think there is a need to conduct a market-based survey to analyze how much input cost has gone up, and on basis of this, they should be allowed to increase the prices. Because if the prices of the milk are going to be increased in Karachi, it will be replicated, this model, in all over the country. And we have witnessed in the past that whenever the milk prices and unpacked milk prices are increased in Karachi, it will have certain impact in all other parts of the country. So there is a need to take an informed decision rather than taking a decision on the basis of their demands.
So, talking about the economic activities in the country, FBR has recently removed the estimated market value column from the income tax return from 2025 on the directions of PM Shehbaz. What does this mean, in very simple words, for the citizens of Pakistan, and what should we expect now?
Actually, in this financial year, so far, 2.7 million people have filed their returns. But in the last financial year, the number of returns filers was standing around 7 millions. So FBR has inserted a new column under which all the taxpayers are bound to fill the estimated market value of the real estates. So the plots, there are three different categories on account of real estate plots. First is the market-based value. Another one is the FBR notified valuation tables. And third one is the DC rates, which is the prerogative or the jurisdiction of the provinces. So FBR had inserted a clause under which it was bound that if someone is possessing any plot anywhere in Pakistan, it was bound that they are going to fill it with its market-based assessment or value. It was now, with the instruction of the Prime Minister, it has been removed, and now Prime Minister has constituted a committee under the chairmanship of Minister of Law and comprising of other ministers as well as the FBR officials.
Thank you so much.
So it is aimed that it's going to evaluate that whether this kind of insertion will help to improve the tax to GDP ratio, or because if it's inserted, it can also cause discretionary powers for the FBR.
Sir, thank you so much for adding that. Sir, having said that, recently IMF has come to Pakistan and different meetings we are hearing about them. Sir, what are the updates about the new meetings?
Actually, their technical team had already kick-started parleys with Pakistani authorities. But today is very significant because it was their maiden session with the Minister for Finance. So today they visited Ministry of Finance in Pakistan's Secretariat, and they held a meeting with Minister of Finance along with his team. It is claimed that it was held in a very cordial manner. So they are going to stay there for the next week almost 7 to 8 days. So, on the basis of this review, if this review is completed successfully, and Pakistan and IMF are able to strike any staff level agreement, it means that their recommendation will go to the IMF executive board, and with the approval of the IMF executive board, Pakistan and IMF are going to complete the second review, and the IMF board is going to approve 1 billion tranche for Pakistan, which will be released probably in October or sometimes in November.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Always welcome.